Dear YouTube viewers, history is being written today in East Siberian city of Irkutsk, where Russia is developing its indigenous aircraft. MC-21-310 is developing. Russia's MC-21, dreamed as a modern competitor to the A320neo and 737 MAX, has had a dramatic, decade-long path from concept to test flights. This is the story of the MC-21-310 and how Irkutsk became the heart of its development. The MC-21 program was launched in 2007 under the Yakovlev Irkut umbrella inside United Aircraft Corporation. The goal: build a single-aisle airliner with modern aerodynamics, a wide composite wing, and state-of-the-art cabin comfort to replace aging Russian narrowbodies and compete internationally. After years of design and prototypes, Irkut rolled out the first MC-21-300 in 2016. That aircraft, powered by Pratt & Whitney geared fan engines, made the program's maiden flight on 28 May 2017, proving the basic airframe, flight controls, and handling. That first flight was a major technical milestone and put the MC-21 on the global radar. What set the MC-21 apart on paper was its advanced wing, a large, aerodynamically efficient composite structure that promised lower fuel burn and a roomier cabin cross-section. Early test articles showed tangible gains in passenger comfort and performance, but that composite wing also tied the program to suppliers and technologies that later proved politically vulnerable. Originally, the MC-21-300 was developed around Pratt & Whitney's PW1000G family. But Irkut also prepared a domestic option, the Russian-made engine PD-14. The PD-14-powered MC-21-310 made its first flight in December 2020 from Irkutsk, marking the start of a transition to Russian propulsion options. The 2020 geopolitical shock, the invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent Western sanctions, changed everything. Access to Western avionics, systems and engines became politically and logistically difficult. That forced Rostec and UAC to pivot. The aircraft had to be re-engineered with Russian-made systems and parts. The MC-21-310, with PD-14 engines and domestic avionics, became the program's main path forward. The Irkutsk aviation plant is not just a test base, it's a production center. Since the pivot to import substitution, Irkutsk has expanded facilities and tooling to build the MC-21 with largely domestic content, and state plans have repeatedly set ambitious production targets for the site as Russia seeks to refleet its airlines. In 2024 to 2025, Irkut began flight testing MC-21-310 prototypes that carried a high proportion, and then eventually only Russian-made components. The first fully Russian MC-21 flew in 2024 to 2025, and additional import-substituted prototypes continued the certification campaign from Irkutsk's runways and nearby flight test centers. Delays have been constant. Certification, heavier domestic components, supply chain teething, and high financing costs have pushed deliveries back. Still, Rostec and UAC target initial deliveries to national carriers in the mid-2020s and a gradual ramp toward tens of jets per year, with Irkutsk configured as the manufacturing backbone. The MC-21 story is a technical success, a geopolitical case study, and a massive industrial challenge rolled into one. Whether it becomes a global player or mainly a domestic workhorse will depend on certification, performance of the Russian content variants, and how the aviation world evolves over the next few years. From Irkutsk, the next chapters are already being written, and the MC-21's wings are ready to fly them. Thanks for watching.